Hi, Daniel. It's nice to meet you. How long have you been in the solar industry?
So I've been in the industry for 12 years and doing everything from residential, commercial. Before solar, I was actually in the energy efficiency. I used to be on the ground replacing doors, windows, doing installation, and all of that has kind of given me a holistic approach to looking at energy use. Solar is my favorite place to be in the space, but we're also interested in offering whole home consultation of the way that people look at and manage their energy use.
That's amazing. Now, you're not going to brag, but I found out that, in your long career, you've installed quite a bit of solar. How many kilowatts of solar do you think you have under your belt in the state of California?
It's not kilowatts, actually megawatts.
It's megawatts. Megawatts. Does it feel amazing to know that you've helped that many homeowners in such a long period of time? Is it 12 years you said?
Yeah, 12 years.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's just little, plugging away little by little. But when I went back and did the math, I was like, wow, like we're probably looking at about 5 megawatts over the time of helping out homeowners and businesses with solar. And it sounds like a lot, but to be honest, we can do a lot more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did DC Energy come to be? How did DC Energy start?
Yeah. So DC Energy came. As an idea, being in the industry, I've worked for all the major players, right? Worked for Tesla, Sunrun, Solar City back in the day. We worked for Sun Power, pretty much every major player I've worked for. And one of the things that I realized was missing is the flexibility and diversity of what I really wanted to be able to offer customers. For example, I'd be working for one of these companies and they were all great companies and they all had very good things to offer. But as I started to get more educated in the industry, sometimes I would think, this particular customer would be better served over here, or with this product, or this company had better financing options, or this company had better pricing. And in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do what was best for the homeowner. But, collecting a paycheck at a company, you got to do, what's right for yourself and the company as well. And so there was always kind of this a little bit of a confliction between what's the right approach, right? Are we serving the customer? Are we serving the company we're working for or ourselves, right? With DC Energy, we wanted to create an opportunity to really be consultants. Most solar companies call their solar people, their sales agents, consultants. But when we started DC Energy Consulting, we wanted to be a true consulting firm. And what that means is we're not really a solar company as much as an objective consulting firm. We've partnered with 5 of the highest rated installers in the state of California, plus we have installed networks throughout the entire United States. But one of the advantages about this model is when I'm sitting with a customer, the first thing we do is truly listen to their needs. Decide, is solar a good fit for them? Is battery storage a good fit for them? What are their future energy usage? How can we help them conserve power through things like high efficient HVAC systems or heat pumps? And we look at future use cases like for electric vehicles, and we build a holistic package for our customers. Now what we do is we look at all of our vendors and we decide, where is this customer going to be best served? Where's the best pricing for this customer, the best product for this customer? And that diversity gives us the best opportunity to support and give them the best package and solution for their home.
So I also see that you're also in commercial solar. And so we talked about many small businesses that don't even know about the opportunities that solar can give them, like you are working with a gas station right now. Can you tell me about perhaps maybe what is the return on investment for somebody like this? Because when you told me some of these things, I found it to be extremely interesting how many incentives there really are when it comes to commercial solar.
Yeah, commercial, a great question. Yeah, commercial is crazy good. I feel like, I feel like most businesses are not even aware of how many incentives and how many write-offs there are for commercial. And if more people knew about it, honestly, it would be on every building. So let me give you a couple high-level overviews. So between the federal tax credit of 30%, and then you have state accelerated depreciation and federal accelerated depreciation known as the makers, by the time you get all of those write-offs and tax incentives, it's about a 55% reduction in cost. So if you have a $100,000 installation, your net cost is about $45K. Average return on investment for a commercial client today is usually around 4 to 6 years. But keep in mind, this equipment's going to last 30 years. It's really a no-brainer for any business owners. Now, in addition to that, some of the hurdles is, yes, that sounds good, but if you're a small business, maybe you don't have access to financing. In the past, it used to be very difficult to get financing for smaller projects. One of our specialties is working in the small to medium range clientele for businesses, because that's been an underserved market. So small, medium businesses have been underserved in the solar sector, and that's one of our main focuses, to make sure that these people have access to lower bills through commercial solar projects. Now, what's exciting is there's a lot of new opportunities for financing. So we can finance commercial projects with as little as $50,000 in total project cost, which in the commercial game, as you know, is nothing. What's amazing about that is, even if you're a small business, we'll be able to set you up with a completely zero down solar package, and you'll start saving right away with no money out of your pocket.
But also, we talked about EV chargers being really crucial, with California needing 26 million EV chargers by 2045.
Yeah.
With Pathway 2045, how do you see the EV charging space growing? I know one of your partners is ChargePoint. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. So we partner with ChargePoint, and they're the largest non-Tesla charging network. They're actually international. They're actually in Europe. So they are a huge partner of ours. We really recommend, them, just because the brand name. One of the biggest competitors, NLX, they just actually pulled out of the North American market. They just stopped manufacturing. So to be honest, the EV charging world right now in the United States in 2024 is a bit of the wild, wild west. There's not a lot of consolidation of big players. There's a lot of people trying to get into industry. So one of the things to be aware of is there's not really a lot of clear leaders. Of course, there's the Tesla network, which is obviously very, very strong, but there's a big push to be the other non-Tesla winner. And we're seeing a lot of different players coming into the market as this push. But in general, in general, it's good to know that whatever, manufacturer brand, this is clearly the future. So one of the projects we're working with right now is actually a 76 gas station in Santa Clarita. This customer is very smart. He knows that electric's the future, and what he wants to do is diversify his income. So as there's this shift to electrification, he's going to get money both ways, right? Selling gas, selling power. Meanwhile, people come to the convenience store, it attracts business. So they're looking at it from multiple angles, but believe it or not, these gas station owners are way more forward thinking than you may imagine, and they see the trend and they want to make money on both sides. So we're empowering businesses in this transition. We're actually it's an exciting opportunity to make this massive transition to electrification.
And then Daniel, we're going to see you at the Pomona Home Show in November?
Yeah, well, so we were at RE Plus 2024. That was the most exciting. It's literally like the who's who, the mecca of solar in the United States. It's the largest green energy conference in the United States. That was really exciting to be there. Got to meet with all of the major manufacturers, Q-Cells, Aurora, the software teams like Aurora, REC. We talked to all the major battery manufacturers, so that was really exciting. But yes, one of the ways that we're trying to do outreach is through home shows. So we'll be at the Pomona Home Show coming up, and we're excited to meet with homeowners out there and just see how we can serve them. As I mentioned, we're not just a solar company. We do LED lighting, we do home security systems, we do everything, but our bread and butter is really solar and battery. And we found that there's so many misconceptions and there's so much bad information out there about solar. And we're trying to really just educate people and show them this, despite the fact that NEM3 has really changed a lot in the market, solar is still completely viable. It still makes a ton of sense,
Awesome, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing more from DC Energy Consulting.
Yeah, thank you.